This will be our mix-up for the holy trinity of cooking. Instead of using onions, carrots and celery, we'll be using onions, peppers and celery. What we will have is the holy trinity of Cajun cooking. And this is my take on it. What is the holy trinity of Cajun cooking? It's this 3 vegetable base: yellow onions, red bell peppers, celery. Obviously this is depending on the recipe. Sometimes you will need to use green bell peppers instead of red peppers. It really depends on the recipe. For this particular recipe, we will need to add some garlic, cherry tomatoes and thyme. Add to that some beef cubes, about a pound or half a kilo. We will finish off our sauce with some cooking cream, and obviously we will need some cooking oil. Start the chopping process with the cherry tomatoes. All you need to do is cut them in half. The first note about chopping our vegetables is we should cut them into cubes. Why? Because in the end we will be using an immersion blender to mix up all the flavors. We don't need to be tidy with the chopping. As for the red bell pepper, we need to remove the white part and just keep the red in place and chop it into cubes. The same chopping technique will be done on the celery and on the onions. We can keep the red bell peppers, the celery and the onions on the same plate because they require the same amount of cooking, so we can store them together. No need to separate them on separate plates. As for the garlic, it needs to be chopped and kept separately because we will add it later on the cooking process. We will start our cooking process by heating some cooking oil. Here I am using canola oil. For this recipe you need to use a neutral oil like canola or sunflower oil. Start by cooking your beef, browning it on all sides. What you're looking for is a nice browning on the beef and the development of flavors on the bottom of the pot. We want the flavor on the bottom because this is where we will cook our vegetables and we want them to pick up this flavor. Once we are happy with the browning, we can remove the beef from the pot and set it aside. After we remove the beef, add to that mixture 1 tablespoon of flour. plain all-purpose flour. Let the flour absorb all the mixture and then add in your vegetables, all of them together. With about half a stick of butter. Mix them up until the vegetables have softened a little bit. Once your vegetables have softened, add in your garlic and mix it up. Followed by some tomato paste. And mix that in. Let the tomato paste cook and absorb all the flavor for about 5 minutes. Now it's a good time to start seasoning by adding in some salt. Follow that with the addition of the cherry tomatoes. Let them cook for another 5 minutes. Now it's time to add in some hot water from the kettle. You can either use hot water, or if you have some freshly made stock, chicken stock or beef stock, you can use that, or ready-made stock. You can use any of those options. Cover and let it cook on low heat for about 15 minutes. After about 15 minutes of cooking, this is what it should look like. It's time now to take out the immersion blender and start blending all the vegetables until nothing remains. This is what you should have at the end of the blending process. Now it's time to add in the beef. Followed by the thyme. Cover and return to the stove and cook for another 15 minutes. The final part of the cooking process is the addition of the cooking cream. Now we can add it. Here I'm adding about half a liter. Half a liter is about 16 ounces of cooking cream. Mix in that cream well. Cover and let it cook for the final 5 minutes. This is the final result. You can now enjoy this dish with some rice, pasta, bread. If you have any questions or comment, please feel free to leave them below. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel and sharing the videos with your friends. Thank you for watching till the end, and I will see you on the next one.